Having consciously brought up the intention to meditate, take a moment to make yourself comfortable. Bring yourself to the present moment, using the body, the sensations in the body, looking for comfort, looking for stability, using the breath, looking for calm and joy, allowing clarity and radiance to dawn in the mind. Once the signs are palpably present in the mind, in the breath, in the body, the signs of tranquility and joy, the signs of clarity and radiance, gently direct your attention to the space in front of you at the level of your eyebrow. Keep your attention there until you begin to have a palpable physical sensation somewhere in the forehead. For some, it could feel like a pressure. Others, it could feel like a tingling sensation. Some may feel a difference in temperature, like a heat or cold feeling. Whatever the feeling is for you, acknowledge it. Rejoice that it's there. It is, in a sense, your natural ability to focus. Whenever you feel doubt about your natural ability to focus, come back to the sensation. And for now, once that feeling is present, begin to have a strong urge, a strong wish to be complete, to be whole. The stronger that wish becomes, the stronger that aspiration, the stronger that sensation in the forehead becomes. The deeper you go into that tranquility and joy, the clearer and brighter the mind becomes. And begin to sense and see in front of you a tiny point, a tear in the fabric of time and space, the size of the head of a needle. Very bright, slowly widening. The stronger your aspiration becomes, the deeper the tranquility, the wider the joy, the greater the clarity and radiance, the greater your intensity, the wider the aperture in front of you at the level of your eyebrows become, until they are wide enough that you can see the source of the brightness issuing from it. And it's you, complete, whole, possessing all the qualities that you consider to be ideal qualities that you yourself wish to embody. And there it is, perfect. And seeing such beauty brings such joy to your mind. Like a mother who sees the beauty of her child, the joy it brings to that mother. So seeing the natural beauty of your ideal self in front of you, present, gives you such joy. And there's this natural urge within you, natural wish that this ideal self, this future self, to be always happy. And wishing your ideal self, your future self, to always be happy gives you such joy. And notice this soft feeling growing in your heart, with every passing moment growing softer and softer and softer. It's like a warm, fuzzy feeling. And it gives you joy when you bring your attention to it. And through that softness, you feel a deep sense of connection to that ideal self in front of you. And this deep sense of connection heightens the joy that you are feeling. The joy of seeing the beauty, the joy of wanting your future ideal self to be happy, the joy of that softness in your heart, and the joy of that deep connection. Then you extend space. You make space for that ideal self to feel free. Free to completely be itself. The freedom one feels when we feel fully accepted, where we don't need to hide any part of ourselves. The freedom to be vulnerable. And in extending that space of full acceptance, it gives us such joy. And let your mind go through the various joys. The joy of seeing beauty, being in the presence of beauty. The joy of wanting the other to be happy. The joy of that softness connecting you deeply. The joy of creating that space, the joy of fully accepting. As the joy compounds, becoming stronger with every breath, with every passing moment, the mind becomes clearer, the mind becomes brighter. In that clarity of the mind, take a moment, look at the face, look at the eyes of your ideal self. You notice something. You recognize the expression of those eyes are the expressions of eyes seeing beauty. And those eyes are looking at you. So your ideal self feels great joy in seeing your beauty. Acknowledging that, this enhances the joy you feel, the joy of being seen. And the clarity reveals something else in those eyes. You acknowledge the expression of those eyes are the expressions of eyes that wants the other to be happy. And those eyes are looking at you. They want you to be happy. And you can feel it. And it gives you such joy, knowing your happiness is desired by another. And that softness in your heart becomes softer and softer. And you feel a reciprocal acknowledgement of the deep connection. And this acknowledgement gives you even more joy. And as the joys enhance, the clarity enhances, you feel the space of being fully accepted, the space where you are free to be vulnerable, free, not needing to hide any part of you. And this space of being fully accepted gives you even more joy. Feel the joy of seeing and being seen. The joy of wanting one another to be happy. The joy of that softness getting softer and softer. And that deep reciprocal connection. Feel the joy of the space of fully accepting one another, allowing one another to truly be free, to be vulnerable to one another. The joy of making a space where no one feels the need to hide any part of themselves. The joys are blurring into one another. Joy of seeing one another's beauty. The joy of wanting one another to sincerely be happy. Joy of that ever softening softness in the heart. The joy acknowledging deep sense of meaningful connection. And the joy of that space we make for one another. A space of full acceptance. The freedom to be vulnerable. Let yourself soak in these joys, making the mind clearer, brighter. Bringing more stillness, more joy.